G'day guys, welcome to episode 1 of Inside Karting, a karting podcast based around everything karting in Australia, hosted by myself, Jace Lindstrom, and 18-time national champion, David Sera. How are we going?
G'day guys, yeah, look, excited for the first episode. Hopefully we keep our swearing to a sort of a limit. And if we offend anyone, we're very sorry, but we're trying to keep karting a bit of fun, bit of promotion for the sport, and obviously provide some insights for some guys who are learning.
A little bit of background on myself. Been in karting about 25 years, I reckon. I suppose travel the world, mechanicking, looking after people. Run a shop, pro karting nowadays, and a race team at national level. So sort of seen it from all angles, and I suppose want to give the listeners a bit of a bit of a backstage insight of how we see karting and how we go about it. Let them know how I suppose we treat our people that we look after, our kids we coach, and karting businesses itself, how things I suppose impact it, and probably just get a bit of a view from someone that's a little bit left of centre. So, my co-host, Dave Sera, doesn't need much of an introduction, but a little bit of background.
Yeah, thanks, Jace. Yeah, so similar to yourself, been involved for 25 years. Cousin James, he runs a kart shop out in Oakley there, Melbourne Kart Centre, and my dad used to race and coach us along the way too. So it's been a great family sport for us. I suppose we've been able to travel all around the world, like you were saying before, and just racing karts and meeting a lot of good people on the way. And I suppose we've got to remind people as well, it's the grassroots for your supercars and your Formula One and other forms of motorsport. Whether you can't get a job racing a car, you can still get a job, whether you're a mechanic or something like that, and you learn the tricks of the trade in karting. So, so it's been a great family sport for myself, and still enjoy it to this day. So we'll keep sort of tracking along, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll get into... So first thing we want to touch on is last round of AKC is held at Todd Road next weekend. Want to do a little bit of a preview, last round of the series. So going to go through each of the classes, give our thoughts on I suppose the top 3 or who's still in contention, and a little bit of a Smoky each for who we think can maybe shake things up a little bit and produce their season best results at the last round.
So we're looking at Cadet 9 first. We've got Kai Burke, the young Bundaberg driver. He's driving energy kart for MG Engines up there, and he's leading the way by 30 points across from James Agnostiadis. Obviously, James has the home track advantage going to the last round. He's driven at the track for the last couple of years. He knows it well. He's driving for the Tom Williamson motorsport team. So he's the only real main challenger to Kai Burke now.
Kai was off the radar until this year.
Yeah, no, I didn't actually know Kai. And I believe he's from Bundaberg. And obviously, we were saying that there's quite a few Bundaberg drivers that have proven well over the years. I think we've got the Macadamia man, Troy Losco.
He's in contention too, leading the way.
Look, it's going to be exciting. I'm probably going to back myself in and say Kai Burke's probably going to be walking home with number 1 plate in his first Australian championship. What about yourself? You got any sort of thoughts on that?
I think it'll be between them two. The City of Melbourne was a good shakedown for these guys, but pretty much all the top guys were there. So, and I think Jensen Marrold got the win there, so he'll be one to watch for the last round. But I think Kyle will just maintain his position, not do anything stupid. I reckon there's a little bit of a smoky on the kids you look after. Rolly Blacksall been pretty strong all year.
Yeah, he's looking good.
I suppose he's quite young.
He is.
First time at a national series. So he probably it'll do him the world of wonders this year, and he'll step up even more.
Yeah, definitely. Look, I think young Maxim Kerwin coming out of New Zealand, he got his first podium in Australia at the last City Melbourne race, so he'll have a lot of confidence moving forward to the last Australian Championship race, and I think he'll go quite well. And so, that's probably my thoughts on Cadet 9. We'll keep pressing on through to Cadet 12 now. We've got the current Australian champion, Harry Arnett. He's leading the way. Followed by your own Formula K driver there, Christian Janov, who's won the last 2 rounds. And then we've got Alex Nindovic in 3rd place. Carter Mobb's still an outside chance in 4th place. And then you're probably looking at Jesse Lace. He's going to be a little bit too far away from winning the championship, but he can still fight out for a podium position.
Yeah, absolutely. Jesse was quite strong the last at City of Melbourne, the lead-up event, but it's going to be tough, I reckon. I reckon Cadet 12 would have to be one of the, in national titles around the world, got to be one of the hardest to win, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely.
Most competitive. You even seen some of the best, City of Melbourne, Louis Sharp come over and raced, and
yes,
he was competitive, but he's nearly the cream of the crop in New Zealand.
Yeah, that's right.
And he showed speed, but he obviously couldn't get a podium in that. So it just shows the competition level. So I think it's going to be very close. It'll be on because it'll be A, B, C, D. It'll be split up. I think there's a few people that aren't in the actual championship that'll be fast there.
Yep.
Ben Munro from another kid we look after, he'll be quick there. Cadell Ambrose, he didn't do the last round, but he was fast at City of Melbourne.
Yeah.
And Peter Bazanelis, we'll throw his name up there.
So and don't forget, they've got a young driver from Singapore as well, Yevon David as well. He's actually shown glimpses this year from the JC team.
Absolutely. Last round was probably his strongest speed-wise.
That's right. And these sort of kids have got, like you said, nothing to lose, and they could definitely throw a spanner into the likes of Arnett and Jan Evan Inovic as well. So, look, I'm probably tipping that he's got a 32-point advantage. It's pretty hard to go past the reigning champion. He probably doesn't have to do anything as silly and take less risks. So probably from a championship point of view, Harry Arnett. But I think one to look out for across the weekend is young Max Walton. He's a good young kid in his first year at Cadet 9. So I'm looking forward to see how he gets along.
Yeah, absolutely. And coming off a strong result at Pro Tour a couple of weeks ago, second couple of back-to-back podiums in Pro Tour for Max. So he'll be, and he was quite fast at City of Melbourne. So he'll be definitely one to look forward to.
All right, we'll keep pressing on. What do we got on next? KA4 Junior.
KA4 Junior, top two, between the top two in this one. I don't think anyone else can touch them in the championship at least.
So we've got Kobe Williams leading the way, Hugh Barter. Now these two have been sort of fighting it for the last couple of years, even from Cadet 12.
Yeah. Similar sort of age. The City of Melbourne was no different. The top two were out in front.
Yes, and they were going pretty hard.
Yeah.
So they were very close to get on the track. We've got Curtis Tennant. He won the last round in Emerald. It was a four-way battle across the line, I believe, in Emerald. So
one of the classes that was split by, two tenths of a second.
Across the top four carts.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to back in. Look, I think Hugh Barter's going to win the weekend. Whether he can pick up those 20 points is probably going to be hard to know. But, yeah, Hugh's been on a bit of a roll. I think he went, obviously, how did he go at the Pro Tour just recently?
Won. And so, convincingly, too. I think like 2.5 seconds or something.
So there you go. So he's come off the Pro Tour win. He won the City of Melbourne titles. There's a bit of confidence going into the last round. He's raced overseas. He's got a lot of experience behind him. So I think Hugh can probably take it out. Yeah,
I reckon Hugh will close that 20-point gap. I reckon he will get over the top of Kobe. I suppose Kobe, through the middle part of the year, has probably dropped away a little bit.
He started off strong.
Started off strong, probably had a little bit of a lull in the middle of the year, but he's found that speed back again.
Yep.
At the City of Melbourne title, so he's going to be fast, but I reckon a couple others will probably put it up there with him. Marcus Pisani.
Yeah, he's loose.
Boy.
Yeah, Marcus. Yeah, he's good. He's been quick at the last couple of rounds.
Yep. Just got to get him away from that.
Yeah.
Shaky.
I've got to get him away from our teammates, actually. The teammates have come together, which is a bit of a shame. But look, they can race fairly on the track and do the best they can. But, yeah, absolutely. Marcus has been good. Obviously, your young boy, Joe Fawcett. Oscar Target's always strong.
Yeah.
Cody Mains-Rody, he splits his time between Europe and Australia as well. So he'll be one to look out for.
Christian Cowie too. He'll be up there.
Cowie's always been fast. So yeah, look, I think it's going to be a race in two for the championship, but it's anyone's sort of race across the whole weekend.
Next,
what do we got? KA2.
KA2, pretty much done and dusted this championship.
Yeah, you'd like to think that Luke Pink with a 55-point advantage, only 75 points up for grabs across the weekend. So nothing silly. He should walk away with his first Australian championship.
Yeah, I would think so.
Good battle between the next from second through to sixth.
Yeah, it's quite close down there. I reckon that third position and even second position probably go down to right down to fifth. I reckon can get to that. Or maybe even six can get to that second position. So that'll be good. Fletcher Harris will be hard. He's home track.
Yeah, and he's a good hard little race. He's quite young compared to Ruben Goodall in third and Bo Prenesti. Got a little bit of extra age on him. But Ethan Feather in fifth. He's missed around as well as William Seal.
Yeah, okay.
And they're trying to fight their way into that podium position across the year. So yeah, look, I'm thinking Ethan Feather from a one-off round. I think he can probably get on the podium this last round. He's probably my Smoky for the weekend. What about yourself?
I reckon Bailey Collins is a bit of a smoky for a
Yep.
podium or some sort of top 3. I think he was second in KA3 at the City of Melbourne titles, so he's coming off a decent result. Knows the track, knows the tyre, so he'll be hard to go past, I reckon.
That's good. We'll keep pressing on. What do we have next? KA3 Senior.
KA3 Senior,
Close, only 3 points between Jack Bell, the Tony Kart driver, and Matthew Waters, the Cosmic driver out of Newcastle, I think, or out of Sydney.
Yep.
And then I've got Oscar Priest back in third. He's 28 points back, so, it might be a tough ask.
He's probably just got to race as hard as he can, I reckon.
For sure. He's always there.
Not even think about it.
Yeah, Oscar's got nothing to lose. He's got to put a bit of pressure on, you'd think. He's got to actually try and make something happen rather than waiting for it to come to him.
Yeah, which I reckon he's done a little bit lately. He's just been a little bit too content where he's from.
Bit cautious.
Where he is in the race. I reckon Emerald and City of Melbourne had the speed to win. But, yeah, was a little bit content. And he got beaten by Cody
Gillis?
Yeah, Cody Gillis at City of Melbourne. So you give drivers like that any sort of opportunity to get a little bit of a gap and they're gone, So
for sure.
You've got to throw it in and get it done, So I hope he really has a crack this last round, and he might. He's got enough speed. Jack Bell probably a little bit below average City of Melbourne titles with a DNF and pre-final, but he fought
unfortunate.
Back to the top 10 from the back. So
we've got the reigning champion Matthew McLean. He's going to turn back up for the last race.
Yeah, okay, good.
He's going to put his number 1 plate back on and show us what he's got. He's going to be driving for a Kip Foster KF kart.
Okay.
Which has been splitting his time between Super 3 this year. So it's great to see some of the kids moving up into the different forms of motorsport.
Yeah, he's been working pretty hard at that too.
For sure.
Trying to get it off the ground. It's not an easy feat.
No, that's right.
These days.
Who's your smoky for the weekend?
I reckon Benino Montalbano.
Yeah, his first 2 rounds nowhere.
No.
And then it's coming good late. And he's always been a driver that's taken it up to Matthew McLean and to these other guys, to James Sera back in the time. So, yeah, look, Benito's a hard charger. I just want to give a special mention to Beck Connell. I think she's in 6th place here, which
it's good.
That's a great effort. And she's winning the ladies' championship, which is impressive out of the Shane Piper camp. So well done.
Consistent too, 29, 48, 25, and 30 points
across the whole championship,
so
which she's been rewarded. So, and look, she can probably find her way into probably 4th position. Yep. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on how those guys progress across the weekend. Now we move into tag.
Tag 125.
So there's a bit happening here. We've got 3 drivers that are separated between sort of 6 points.
No surprise that my brother is one of them.
Yeah.
Every championship we go to the last round where it's close, we seem to be involved, but it'll be good, I think. It'll come down pretty close. I reckon on paper, people would say home track for Adam.
Always helps.
He's got to be close to favourite, but Cody won last year.
Yes, and then he had it taken off him
and got a bumper, then pushed Jason Pringle up into first position, so he won the last round last year.
Okay.
So it's going to be close. Jason will be up there in the mix, which some would say was good for us.
Yes.
But I think I'd like to hope Adam can get across
for
the
sure.
line and
definitely.
Get it done.
And obviously, look, you can never. He's 38 points back. He hasn't had the best of runs in the past, but he's won the last 3 championships. Brennan Nelson.
Yeah, he has.
He had a perfect round at Ipswich.
Yeah,
he's probably going to need to do that again.
Yeah, he will definitely.
Look,
if anyone can do it,
that's right. You like to say that. That's right. He's got the runs on the board over the last few years. I think they call him the Tag Tornado. I'm not sure where he got that nickname from, but
I'll tell you what, but he's. Like Monardo, he had a real average qualifying.
Yes.
Dramas in qualifying.
Yeah.
He did. But he always seems to just scratch his way back into that top 5.
From what I can
10.
gather, he only just races. He doesn't sort of put in a lot of time away from the racing events. So it's a great credit to, they're just a family operation.
I think that's a big thing with this class too, is you don't see a lot of these guys out there gone for 5 days testing. You know? I know speaking to Cody, I do a little bit with him with the SP Sprockets, the Junior Sprockets program, and he's the same. He hasn't purposely gone to an event previously and tested.
Which is good.
So,
all pretty level playing field.
I think so, yep, definitely. And I think Rotax is going to be engine of choice at this round.
Title Road's always pretty strong for the Rotaxes.
A little bit of mid-range, so it'll be good. It'll be a good championship. We'll see how it pans out, and hopefully we can finally get that elusive.
That's right.
That'd be nice.
That's right. Well, we'll keep everyone up to date with how the last round pans out. We'll keep moving along to X30.
Sponsored by Tom
Yeah,
Williamson.
Tom Williamson. I think he's got most of the field in this class. He's got 4 of the top 5.
Top 5, yep.
Which is a great credit. They won the championship last year with Cody Gillis.
Yep.
Now they've got first and second this year with young Brad Jenner and Jaden Pope, his first year out of the junior class.
He's been pretty impressive.
For sure. You'd think Brad Jenner's going to win. 46-point advantage. City of Melbourne he won. Tide Road being his home track. Not too many excuses, not too many weaknesses there.
No.
You know, he's looking pretty strong to, I think, when he's 4th or maybe 5th Australian championship, which is an amazing effort.
It's a big effort in the current situation where they're 5-round national championships. He's won them all over a championship, not one off national titles like yourself.
Yeah. I got lucky a couple of times, which helps. I'm not good over these 5-round championships. But and in 3rd place, we can't forget European champion, Australian champion Pierce Lehane. 60 points back, not really in the championship hunt, but he's got nothing to lose in the last round. And he will want to stop a Tom Williamson trifecta as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
he will be going for broke.
That's right. And like I said, he won't make it easy.
No.
One for the weekend to watch out for is young Ryan Wood from New Zealand out of the Patrizi course.
Yeah, good. Had a
camp.
strong run at City of Melbourne, 3rd.
Yep, looked
and
good.
Was quite strong at Emerald, so he's getting a bit of momentum towards the end.
Yeah, definitely. That's probably mine. Who you sort of got one to look out for?
Also, I've got, as a little bit of a smoky, Geordie Marcon.
Geordie Marcon.
Yeah. Capsicum grower. Or
that's it. Yeah, he's growing something up there.
Grower.
I'm not sure what he's growing and sort of smoking up that way. But
on the vape.
Yeah. He's a good young kid, Geordie.
I've
had plenty to do with him. He's a great young character.
I think there's someone else not to forget about, the comeback king.
Oh, not Kit Foster.
Nah, yeah, no. Kit Foster.
Kit?
Yeah, but the Italian stallion.
Who's
Lee Nicolo?
Oh, Lee Nicolo. Yeah. He, I think he's going to retire most races.
Yeah.
Him and Tommy are pretty eventful guys to watch. So
Passionate.
if you haven't sort of seen him around, just keep an eye for the number 14 cart out there in X30. Yeah, he does not care that Brad Jenner's winning the Australian Championships.
No. Let's hope he passes him.
Yeah. Actually doesn't sit behind him, just watch his lines. But, Lee will be exciting to watch. Like I said, he's got nothing to lose. And he's won it around there a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So, Todd Rhodes, 2nd at City of Melbourne. Yeah. Is he Italian or Greek?
Oh, maybe he's Greek, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I actually can't.
I don't think Greeks they don't like getting called Italians.
All right, we better keep moving. We'll
push
on to our last class at the moment. We're on to KZ2. So we're talking about him before, the Macadamia Man, Troy Losco, Patrizi. I don't think there's a more passionate person in the paddock.
Nah,
than Michael.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see his excitement. Yeah. A lot of arms getting waved across the fence.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
He's exciting to watch. There's no doubt. I actually watch Michael more than I watch the actual KZ field at the moment.
It's entertaining. He does a good job, Michael. He does a really good job.
That's right. So it's between we've got him, Jason Fain in 2nd from Gladstone, Christopher Hayes in 30. He's 38 points back. He's probably a little bit too far back, but in saying that, he's got the best results in the past at Todd Road.
Yeah, he's won a couple of rounds.
He has won a couple of rounds.
Sewn up a title there.
That's right. So, look, I'm probably going to be heading towards Jason Fain. I've seen him down there doing a few laps in the past couple of weeks.
Okay.
He's looking good. He's got the blue plate on. He's won his state championship this year. He's got young Kai Caverton as a teammate now as well. So
jumped across.
Bit of local knowledge there. Hopefully can help him out. But I think I'm going to go. Obviously, Losco's the fastest driver.
He is,
but a lot of mechanical breakdowns or something's happened.
Not like at Emerald, mate. He was a class at Emerald.
Yes,
no one could get close to him. But then obviously some sort of mechanical sort of let him down from getting that final win. But I think his teammate ended up coming through for
Matthew Payne.
Yeah, the New Zealander Matthew Payne come through for the win. So not all bad for Patrizi up there, but it'd be good to. I reckon Troy will get it done.
Okay, and I think that one to look out for, young kid, I think he's only 16, Jay Cool, out of the Shamrock tent. He's just moved across to the Paralyn team. He's looking good. He's been fast. He hasn't quite put it together yet, whether he misses a start or gets involved in a crash, but he's one to look out for. He's in position 8 at the moment, but he can sort of make his way into that top 5 if he has a clean run.
I reckon Kai Caverton might shake it up a little bit too.
He's moved to the Sody Kart team.
Yeah, he's. I reckon it's been a pretty positive move for him. He's done well. He was quite good at the last round at Emerald.
Yep.
And he obviously, same before, he was down there doing a bit of testing with Jason after the City Melbourne titles. So they would have wore a little bit of a groove into that joint and got on top of things, I reckon. And the Sodies seem to be working quite well, even abroad in Europe.
Yes,
in KZ, they really they're sort of standing up to anything that challenges them at the moment.
Oh, good. All right. We'll keep everyone posted with how the AKC pans out in our future episodes. If we actually get anyone listening and subscribing to our podcast, we'll see how things track with there. But as we're sort of going to move along, we're going to touch base with our Karting Australia's just introduced a Respect Karting program. So, do you want to tell us a bit about that initiative, Jace? We actually saw you on the broadcast there.
Yeah, got brought in
featured?
got featured to read a little bit of script.
Yep.
I think it's a good idea. I think it's good that we can teach the kids young. Pretty good initiative too by Karting Australia. I haven't seen any other sport disciplines that are doing anything like this. So I think it's good that they've brought that in. Everyone gets passionate from time to time.
We've had our fair share.
Yeah, we've all had it. We've all done it. We get a little bit involved in the moment, So,
and it's probably a good reminder that it is good to have passion for your kids and also for the sport, but to sort of let that emotion go out into other competitors or your volunteers or the officials.
Yeah, they're the ones that are putting their time into it.
So we want to sort of curb that. We'll keep an eye on how things go there. We'll try and get Lee Hanachek on one of these episodes to keeps up to date with how things are tracking there at KA and with the program.
Another good invention, I suppose, to come out of it.
No, definitely. And we're sort of going to touch base on the four-stroke engines as well.
Yeah, the 4SS class, which
pretty new.
I've had a fair bit. You yourself hasn't had much to do with it.
No, we see the Puckapunyal Eastern Lions Kart Clubs really introduced it. Got big numbers, big support from SP Tools and sort of the Torini engines.
Yeah, it's really good. It has, I suppose, you've got dads that are there with their kids.
Yep,
and they come along and they want to get involved, but they don't want to go out. They
want to spend a lot of money. Yes,
doing it. So
it's a cheap, affordable class.
It is cheap. The first one we put together, which was going on probably 8 months ago now, we did. Before we changed anything, we did 9 or 10 hours, same sprocket, same tyres.
That's good. That's what you
haven't done anything to the engine, just change the oil and away we go.
Okay, great. Yeah, I see that Oakley's going to have it at their next club race as well.
Yeah,
so I've been interested to see. I think they've got about sort of 6 or 7 kids down there, adults down there.
Yep.
Having a drive.
Just released something before. They've got 15 or 16 pre-entered.
Good.
So it's pretty impressive for their first their first round. I think up at Puckapunyal, I've actually done a couple of races up there, and like they had a feature race up there where I think
had over 25.
Yeah, 26.
26.
Which it's really good. There's a couple of different categories, weight divisions in the one class, but it looks good because there's 25 or 26 go-karts going around the track.
And still, it doesn't matter the speed they're going. As long as you're actually competing with the guy around you and you're having a bit of a race, I think that's the main aim for the four-stroke class.
And they're not slow. Like Puckapunyal, we do 92, 93 kilometres an hour. So
that's enough.
They're not slow. And the tyre grip in comparative to horsepower is spot on.
That's good. And you're still learning the basics of driving. Like you still let the kart flow out. You've got to be consistent. You've got to be smooth.
Something that I suppose there's some items that some of the kids these days don't actually learn them things,
Going too fast for actual brain power sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're really good aspect is the 4SS, especially the Torini. The Torini, I suppose, is the most dominant engine. Yes. All sealed. You can't do anything to the engines.
Okay.
I've changed jets in the engines that many times, and I go back to the standard.
Doesn't do anything. Okay, good.
It's just all standard. So it's really good fun to drive. Good fun with about 4 or 5 guys out there. You're bump drafting each other around the track, and it's hard to get away, and it really close racing. So
good stuff.
I think that's a good idea.
All right, we're going to look ahead to our next, and I think that's our last one-off state championship race, which is the South Australian Open. It's going to be held at the Bolivar karting track out near Adelaide.
Good venue.
Yeah, great venue. It's a great circuit. Look, probably the AKC has surpassed Bolivar as a facility as such.
Yeah, facility, yeah.
But great club. Produced a lot of good drivers out of the Bolivar Kart Club. We've got the Paul Pittons and the Stuart Morrisons.
Yep, absolutely.
Tyson Pierce. Yeah, I think he's actually still got a corner named after him at Tyson's Corner. So, yeah, a great track. I think it's actually going to be hopefully well received.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a blue plate event, so it's still a blue chip event for a lot of these karters. The South Australian karting scene's probably been hurting a little bit over the last sort of 12 to 18 months, so it'd be great to see if you Victorian, hopefully, WA drivers go and support it.
Yep. And it's like we used to go there 3 times a year, I reckon.
For the City of Adelaide we used to have.
Yep.
The Pro Clubman race, and we used to have obviously had a state championship there. There used to be an AKC race there as well.
Yeah, and it was always difficult to go there purely because of the locals.
Definitely.
The locals put in the time. It's close to the city, so it's effectively, I suppose you could classify it as like a Todd Road.
Yes, for the Adelaide driver.
Close for everyone to get to. So Adelaide guys always used to put in a lot of time there, and they were always very, very hard to beat.
Definitely. I think that there might be a couple of surprise results coming out of the SA Open from the local drivers. But
friend of the podcast, Nick Percat.
Yeah, he's gonna have a race.
Yeah, he's gonna have a run,
which is good to see. Supercar guys supporting our karting races.
Yeah.
So look, it'll be exciting to see Nick how he goes. He's been competitive at the races. He hasn't sort of put himself in any harm out there, and he's got bigger things to worry about than the kart races. But
hopefully he can get a bit of a following over there, and
for sure,
and get a bit happening over there with South Australian karting. And get a few people out there watching, which would be good.
No, so we'll keep pressing on. What do we got next?
World Championships in Finland, Mikasalo circuit.
Okay, so that's the OK class and the OKJ class.
So that's I think it's been held in a couple of weeks, I think.
What are the numbers looking like?
Massive entries, 204 over 2 classes. So
that's incredible.
Yeah, huge.
A lot of money being spent in that paddock, I would imagine.
Absolutely.
And these are your, just to sort of touch base, these are the next future F1 drivers.
They are, and like Formula One teams that
have now stepped in.
They recognise that. They know that. We've got the Sauber team, Sauber Junior team.
Nico Rosberg's got his
team.
Yes.
Red Bull sponsor drivers out of the Ricky Flynn Motorsport.
And you're seeing names like Montoya there. You got Trulli.
Yeah.
Kimi Raikkonen's got his young kid. I don't know, obviously he's not racing at this event, but it's great to see the Formula One presence coming back into the karting ranks.
Yeah, it's huge. It's a big deal. Nowadays the OK World Championships, it's highly classified, highly recognised by big motorsport teams.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, there's some of these drivers that have already been picked up by F1 teams in a junior development role. Yeah. So it's great to see. We've got an Australian driver competing, one I used to look after, James Wharton. So he's moved across to the Parallel team from the old conquering Ricky Flynn Motorsport team.
How's he been going? You still touch base?
Yeah, I speak to Shane and James a little bit. Yep. He's excited. Obviously, he's always been competitive this year. He hasn't quite got that end result, but he's been on the podium a couple of times. Fingers crossed for Australian karting as such, you know, that he can do quite well at the World Championship race. I think he's going to go well. Whether he can, get it done in the final, when you're talking about 114 competitors, it's a bit of a lottery out there, but I think he can definitely fight for the podium. He's the main parallel driver over there, so you're sort of going to get the best of the best when you're sort of the lead driver.
I think that might also have been a little bit of the factor to moving to parallel,
Yeah, Ricky Flynn's got quite a few competitors that are sort of fighting for that last spot.
Yeah, so and I think I definitely think it's a good move for him.
Yeah, to
get in there and be the number one driver, so to speak.
Definitely. So obviously looking down the board, we've got quite a few, obviously great drivers. They've got young Kimi Antonelli, he's out of the Rosberg Racing team. Marcus Armand, he won the European Championship, and actually James raced him at the Rotax World Championships a few years ago, and actually Marcus won that World Championship race in the Minimax class.
Yeah, okay.
So, highly credentialed young driver, racing for this VDK racing team.
Yep.
So, and then Ricky Flynn Racing's got, 4 or 5 drivers that are always competitive at these races.
Absolutely. Then you got a few KR guys, Kart Republic guys in there that'll go good, Spinner.
And we're doing a bit of research on the actual manufacturers.
Yeah, it is. And it's quite interesting. You've got OK Junior. You've got 12 out of the Kart Republic factory.
Okay. So a big presence.
Big presence. And next best or next highest is Ricky Flynn with 6.
Yeah, okay.
So then you got Lennox 4. Parallel got 4. And in the junior category, CRG, not as many, just 3. I think they got 7 in total over the 200 entries, which
it's incredible.
For I'd classify as a big 3 player in the karting industry. It's pretty it's pretty minimal, I would say.
Yeah, they'd be a bit worried about that, I'd imagine, being not so present at the main game. But we're moving across to the OK class. They got 95 drivers, I think you were saying.
Yeah,
and
95.
Kart Republic's got a massive presence of over 30 drivers.
32. So they've got nearly as many as OTK combined, Cosmics.
Yeah, which is scary. Scary to think.
Which is massive.
And you've got probably the dominant driver in world karting at the moment, Lorenzo Travis Venuto, reigning champion. He's won, 4 or 5 races on the trot. He's going to be, hard to beat, obviously. We've got Gabriel Mini, Dexter Patterson out of the Sauber karting team, Taylor Barnard out of the Rosberg Racing Academy. they're all going to be tough to beat. You said one. You were talking about Pedro Hiltbrand out of the CRG team.
Always gets his nose up there.
Yeah, he's competitive.
Always.
He's competitive young. I've raced him actually in Las Vegas before, and he's a hard charger, no doubt about it.
Unique driving style too.
Yeah, he hunches over the front of the steering wheel. He actually
looks away from the corner.
Yep, he looks awkward out there, but whatever he does, he does it well. So
absolutely,
good luck to him.
Previous world champion, so he knows what it takes to win a world championship.
And down the order we've got Hannes Janka as well. Yeah, so he's a former European champion.
Hasn't been doing a lot.
No.
A lot of coaching, but...
A lot of coaching, and actually a lot on the beach.
Yeah.
Or on the water, actually. So half his luck, actually, should try and...
The Petronas Towers, he spends a lot of
time. Get a gig with him, I reckon. So it's going to be interesting to see. Look, you need a lot of luck when you're competing against 95 other competitors out there.
Yeah. I reckon Gabriel Mini's going to get it done.
Parolin? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to I was saying Lorenzo has been near unstoppable, but I'm going to go with Dexter Patterson. Okay. Same Cut Republic, sort of outfit. Young driver out of, I think he's from Scotland or England, somewhere up in the United Kingdom that way. He's looking good. He looks the part. Hopefully he can, he's very young, so hopefully he can sort of show us what he's got.
Yeah, good.
All right. What else we got for us?
Enduro.
Which, are we talking about our Enduro?
Yeah, well, at the moment we are.
There's a couple of Enduros popping up all of a sudden.
There is, yeah. No, that's good. The IKD have obviously decided to do an Enduro conveniently a couple of weeks before ours, but that's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
They've got a good course.
Yeah, that's right. They're doing it for the charity up there, which is great to see. We'll touch base on our Enduro, obviously, from last year was a massive success. We had quite a few supercar drivers taking part in the day. Had great sponsorship from Shamik Racing. Big thank you to Shamik and DPE. We had Focus on Furniture, JNF Building. So big thanks to all those guys for supporting the race.
And no doubt, pretty much from what we've spoke to them, they're all back on board and going to go bigger and better this year.
Yeah, and look, it was just a fun day out. Really, it was like a Christmas party for the karting scene. Held at Todd Road.
The spectators there was unbelievable.
It was lined up across the whole main straight.
Unbelievable.
So just a couple of quick things I want to touch on. This year we're going to be getting a timing loop for the pit lanes.
Yes.
So at least try and make it a bit more fair. Last year was a bit it was a bit hard to write all numbers down in time, and
we'll just put a lot of pressure on the people as you come into the pits
and the volunteers.
the volunteers. So it'll probably eliminate 3 or 4.
Yep.
Which we can put on different jobs like I suppose monitoring more the minimum drive time and the maximum drive time.
Yep.
So they'll be a few of them guys will now be put into that role to do that, which is a bit easier.
Yes, and just for some of those other parents, we're trying to extend the cadet and junior races as well.
Yes.
So that should be exciting for those guys to be a part of it. And and obviously
it was quite good that little Enduro.
It was fun. Like I said, it was a fun day out. Massive response from it. We like to thank everyone obviously for taking part in it. And so it's December 8th at Todd Road again.
So
we've already locked it in.
Weekend before and a Sunday event this year.
So we've got Saturday practice day.
Saturday practice, yeah. So probably looking at doing our senior weigh-in on the
Saturday
afternoon. Try and
cleared up.
Get that knocked over the night before, just to make things free the schedule up a little bit on the Sunday. And at the moment, what do we have? How many people we had?
60
people.
60 pre-registered. Yeah, so that's 60 teams, which is actually 120 drivers.
Yeah, that's good.
So there's not many bigger races than that are going to be sort of around Australia at the moment.
So that's going to force us to have a repercharge.
Yep, which is exciting. But we'll probably get one of our mates who's helping us run the Enduro, Lee Nicolo, on. He can explain a little bit about us in the future episodes about what's going on and sort of some plan of attacks about what we're thinking. So we'll keep you guys up to date with how we're tracking.
And we look forward to that event. It was hard work.
Yeah, neck was gone by the end of it. Considering are you actually competing in this year?
I am. Yeah. I'll have another.
Same teammate.
Nah. I'd like to think so, but we've changed the minimum weight. We've taken it down another 5 kilos, and we were 10 over last time, and I don't think my teammate can get
Ricky
off the
Pringle.
ground. Yeah. I put him under enough stress, and he was throwing up mid stints.
You can't have that.
So look, if he's happy to shed another 5 kilos.
We'll get him back on board.
I'll get him on board. I'll find him a drive. So.
And we already have a few of these supercar drivers lined up.
Yes.
So we've got Chase Mostert, Michael Caruso, Cameron Waters. They'll all be back this year.
Nick's expressed.
Nick
really
Percat. Yeah, if he sort of gets his priorities straight and starts his holidays and actually starts karting racing again, that'd be good for us.
Bali and do a training camp.
That's right.
Can't be doing it in Enduro.
Yeah. So so some big names still to drop. We're looking forward to it, and we'll keep everyone sort of up to date with how things are getting along.
How's the rest of the year look for you?
We've got coming up. We've got the AKC next weekend, and then we sort of move towards the Victorian Country Series, which is a fun race.
Yes.
That series has been been going gangbusters over the last couple of years.
It's good. Just practice Saturday.
Yeah.
And then race Sunday.
A couple of races on Sunday, and
qualifying Saturday afternoon, and then race.
That's
Sunday.
right. So they're getting over 200 entries at most
huge.
of those races, which Paul Feely's done a great job from the Country Series coordinator down there. And yes, that's at Horsham. So Remo's home track.
Have you raced there before, Horsham?
No, it's small. It's only 26 seconds a lap.
Been there.
Yes, it's only about 3 or 4 corners. And
Okay.
but there was full grids last year in most of the class. I think it only holds 28 competitors on the grid. But a fun event. So we've got the Country Series, and then we move off, obviously across to the South Australian State Championships.
Yep.
And then after that, it sort of patters out a little bit, but we've got the Junior Sprint Classic. So I guess similar races to what you guys are sort of going to be doing.
Yeah. We've got obviously AKC with about 9 drivers this week.
Yep.
Oh, next week, sorry. So 5 cadet and the rest are in tag. So that'll keep us busy.
For sure.
And then last round of Pro Tour. So I think we're going to sort of 4 or 5 guys racing that, and Christian's in leading the championship in that. So
good.
Looking at hopefully getting across the line there. They just spent a couple of days testing up at Albury, and it was pretty successful from what I spoke to Adam about. So
awesome.
Hopefully a little bit of momentum and improve on last round. We're probably a little bit under where we should have been at the last round.
So the World Championships as well, they get to go to the World Finals from the Pro Tour?
Yeah, so first in Minimax will go.
Yep. And a couple of our senior drivers. And Australia's always been going well over... We've had a couple of world champions over there with Cody Gillis and Troy Woolston as well.
Oh, and it's at Sarno again this year.
Back in Italy?
Back in Italy, which I went there with Adam and Lee, which Lee ended up eventually getting
the World
Championship, which was amazing to be a part of. But what a circuit,
Yeah, definitely.
Just unbelievable.
And also in the Minimax class, Costa the Paris actually already won a ticket from Canada.
Yeah, and kept it real quiet too.
Yeah.
It was something just popped up. But good on him.
Costa's won.
Good on him. He travelled to Canada and got
his ticket.
So he's all qualified.
And you guys might be joining him on the grid.
Wow, hopefully that's the plan. That's what we look forward to. So we'll see how that goes, and then after that, Junior Sprint Classic's probably our next big one.
Finish off the Race of Stars.
Yeah, Race of Stars. Yeah, so we'll travel up to the Gold Coast for the Race of Stars, and
it's good.
Hopefully don't get covered in 700 mil of rain like the last couple of years.
It's been tough for sure. All right, so we're just about to wrap up now.
That's it.
Obviously, we'll keep everyone sort of posted with how the AKC travels along and the race winners, and we'll try and get some interviews with these guys as things happen next weekend. Big thanks, obviously, to if you guys listening. Appreciate your time.
Yep.
Any questions? We're going to sort of set up an email address that you guys can fire off some questions to that you want to know more about, or ask some tips and things like that. Otherwise, feel free to message myself on Facebook or Instagram or the Pro Karting page, on those 2 sort of formats, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. But otherwise,
any feedback's good.
Yeah, for sure. If there's still people listening now, we've actually done quite well. We've actually kept them entertained for
just one.
Just one episode.
One subscriber.
That's right. But for now, we'll keep pressing on, and we'll speak to you guys soon. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.